You're tired, you want to go home, your fingers are fucking welded to the camera. It's this moment that separates the men from the boys, the women from the girls, the gonnabes from the wannabes. Let's have a chat. So I've been a street photographer, right, since pretty much day one of picking up a camera. It's my default setting. But I also shoot a lot of other stuff. So I make my living from photography, right? I shoot bands, I shoot musicians, set stills, portraits, and I've also shot over 400 weddings. Here's the thing, I learnt more shooting all of those weddings than I learnt from shooting all those years, everything else combined. So when I started out shooting weddings, I asked myself the question, what's gonna separate me from all of the rest of the shooters, from everyone else shooting wedding photography? The competition. Right, so there's a few things that stood me out, okay? Talent. I'm kidding. Well, right, seriously though, I remember there was a time when I was shooting weddings, it would be around about the wedding breakfast, like in the afternoon, when the bride and groom sitting down with their guests for food, right? I've been shooting for 6-7 hours, totally cream crackered, worn out. The wedding was pretty much in the bag. I got all the juicy stuff. I'd shot the portraits. The money shots were kind of in the bag, okay? Most photographers at this time, they'd take their foot off the gas. So they take their foot off the gas. I know this to be true because I've met and spoken to a lot of them over the years. People have come and done my workshop, that kind of a thing. So what I would do is this. At that time where, you know, I'm tired, I've been shooting for hours on end and I kind of think I've got the wedding in the bag, I'll put the camera down for 20 minutes, I'd head to the bathroom, yeah, and then I'd freshen up. I'd look in the mirror, I'm not kidding, and I'd say to myself, mate, you need to start again now from this moment. That I'd switch my attitude. That I'd do whatever it takes to reinvigorate myself, and then I'd head out, pick up the camera, and then I'll go again solid for another hour and 30 minutes, pushing with everything I have to go that extra mile. I'm not kidding. And I know that last push, when I didn't want to do it, was what set me apart. I created myself being very successful in that industry in a really short period of time. And I did that by switching my attitude and going again when it was the last thing that I wanted to do. But when you're out shooting street photography, you're going to find yourself up against it at times. Like, it's not happening today, the weather's shite, there's no characters about. I'm not feeling it. Notice that conversation you're having with yourself, what you're talking to yourself about. Take a breather, maybe have a little break, 10, 15 minutes, and then go for it again. Start again. 30 minutes. If you can, push it for an hour. I'm telling you guys, it's going to make all the difference. Like, the harder we work, the luckier we get. That applies to pretty much everything, right? But it's at least as true for street photography, for photography. Like, what you put in is what you're going to get back. We can't shortcut putting the work in. Guys, we've got a winner of the Dare Street Photography Competition with street portraits, Dare Faces, hashtag Dare Faces. Do you remember that? I asked you to hashtag your images on Instagram. The winner is, with this stunning shot, yeah, Gino Riccardo of Fleeting Pictures, Fleeting_Pictures. It's a dynamite shot. Guys, we had hundreds of entries. You humbled me, you really did. Be sure to follow Gino on Instagram. because that's your prize, okay? We're gonna do these competitions going forward. I'm gonna improv them in terms of when I put them out every week, every couple of weeks. I'm kind of figuring it out as I go, but they're gonna be regular, okay? And the prize will be the juice, not just on here, but also my Instagram, The Street Thief, and my other Instagram, I Dare to Shoot, yeah? And also my newsletter everywhere, okay? Now, if you follow Gino, do you get where I'm going? It's like the juice, the prize is in, well, it's in that, okay? So also I'm gonna be throwing in more different prizes, again, improv as we go along. Is this a little bit out of focus? I can't change it now. That's it. Don't forget to grab a copy of my zine, The Way of the Street Photographer. Okay, I promise you're gonna love it. Lots of juicy inspiration in there. It's gonna get you out of trouble when you need a bit of inspiration, yeah? Check in with the podcast, the Dare Photography Podcast. Don't forget to get yourself over to the Dare community on WhatsApp. Everything's going to be in the show notes under this video, okay? So I can stop waffling on. I think that'll do us. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Rock and roll. Out.